You get the call that every business owner hates. The job is done, the crew is left, but the homeowner has picked up something that was an obvious mistake, and now you got to go back and fix it. Now you're frustrated because you're thinking, how many times do I have to explain this? This is the part where the business owner starts wondering if I even have the right people on my team. But before you decide this, I want to run through these 4 questions with you that may change how you think about these things. For the past 15 years, I have studied what makes people perform their best on a job site, including selecting operators for some of the highest pressure roles in the Canadian military. When someone keeps missing the mark, I have learned that you cannot automatically assume that you hired the wrong person. You need to figure out where the breakdown actually happened. Was it clear? Were they properly trained to meet the standard? Did they follow the process? And then based on what you find, fix the right problem. That's the problem solver framework. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 4 steps to help figure out where things are actually breaking down. So you can stop dealing with the callbacks, redoing the same mistakes, and then feeling like you have to be on the job site for anything to get done right. Stay with me till the end because steps 3 and 4 is where we tie everything together. And when done properly, it will save you hours of management time and potentially hundreds and thousands of dollars in turnover costs, lost productivity, and avoidable mistakes as your company grows. I've also turned the framework into a downloadable document that you can print. You can give it to your foreman, your leadership team. This is going to help them solve the problems upfront before it ever has to land on your desk. Let's dig in. So step 1, the very first thing that you have to ask yourself was, is it clear? Was my direction crystal clear? Could the team repeat back to me exactly what the expectations were? When was it due? What does success look like and how do we measure it? Because if the standard stays in your head, it isn't a standard, then it doesn't exist. If that is the case, that's okay, but you get to stay at step 1. You want to reset the expectations and move on. If you know the information that you were giving was crystal clear and the team understood that, then we move on to step 2. So step 2, were they properly trained? It might be clear to the team, but if they were never properly trained on how to meet that standard, then we can't expect that they're going to meet the standard. They need to be told it, they need to be shown it, and then they need to be given the opportunity to practice it. Too often, especially in trade service businesses, do you hire people and then you just expect that they know exactly how to do what you want the way that you want. Standards vary across jobs, founders, business owners, different sites, different expectations. So if you want to make sure that your crew is operating to your standards, you need to make sure that you're training that from day 1. Do not hold somebody accountable for a standard that you never properly trained them on. If that's the case, don't worry about it, but you stay at step 2. If they were properly trained, then we move on to step 3. Now, step 3 is where we answer whether or not this was a people problem or a process problem. And let me explain this, because if you have a process in place, so you've set your expectations, it's crystal clear, you have trained your team so they know exactly what good looks like, they know the steps to take, and yet there was still mistakes, that's a process problem. That's fixable. If the process was in place, you set the clear expectations, you gave them the training that they needed, but the person did not follow the process, we know that that's a person problem. And depending on if it was a process problem or a person problem will be how you navigate step 4. Step 4 is resolution. This is where we actually fix the right problem. If we're talking about a process problem, somebody has followed the steps, everything was clear, and they were properly trained, we need to figure out where in the system was the breakdown so that we can fix that. You want to update the process so that the same problem is unlikely to happen again. And then you make sure that you retrain the team so that everyone understands the updated process and the standards. If it is a person problem, this is a different issue. This is where we have to correct behavior, and it's a little bit more complex. The first thing that you need to do is address the gap. Clearly explain what was expected and what was not followed. Then correct the behavior. Agree on what needs to change going forward. You have to get the buy-in from your team. Why did they miss those steps? Why did they not follow the system? And then the final piece, which is the most critical one, is holding accountability. We have a 3-step corrective framework that I'm going to be talking about in our next video. So if you are not holding the standard on the team, then you're teaching them that the standards don't matter, and you will continue to have to address the same problem over and over again. And that's it. That is the problem solver framework. I encourage you to download a copy of this document so that you can take this for yourself, you can give it to your leadership, and they can use this with the team to make sure that you're fixing the right problem. And now if you have somebody who is difficult to manage on the team, I'll see you on the next video where we're going to be talking about the 3-step corrective framework in order for you to set the standard, hold the standard, and build a strong team that you can trust.